Hello guys, Half007, a long time no speaking. Haven't been on for a while. Just because I've got a PS3. As you can see here, this is my PS3, and you're wondering what this game is. And as for the title goes, Shadow of the Colossus HD, and that's why you clicked on the video, obviously. So it's basically a game where you play as a kid who brings his, I'm not sure if it's his girlfriend, or let's just say I knew the story, but I can't remember it at the moment because it's quite a while ago. I actually started it, but he brings this girl to the to this big big church type place, puts her on an altar, and this god starts talking to him, and he says he has to go kill 16 Colossi, which are big bosses, and then he'll get his girlfriend's soul back. So by me sticking out my sword here, I can find out where my next boss is to fight, so the light will actually guide me to the next Colossi, or boss, as you want to say. I wanted to record this because the boss is so big, it's unreal, and you just feel great once you actually beat it. Like, oh, I just took down friggin' skyscraper like boss, and your mate's like, nah, I've just taken some headshots on COD. So you feel more impressed once you take down this badass, right? Anyway, takes me about 5 minutes to get over to the boss place. Obviously it's a lot of travelling because you actually are travelling over the whole map. I did pause it like a couple of minutes ago, and then you'll have seen how big the map is, and there's 16 bosses and they're all over the place, so that is why you have a trusty steed to help you get to the place. So I'm just using the light to guide myself there. There was a diversion down there, and that's where I did my last boss. I didn't show you the last two. I think I've done 3 bosses now, including this one. This is my 3rd boss. I've done the last 2, but the other 2 were quite easy. This one's more of a challenge because it's so big, it's just like unreal. So you should, once you see, I'm not going to give away what it looks like, but it's pretty impressive. And as you can see by the length of this video, that is approximately how long it took me to defeat him. It's alright. Basically, the length of this video is about 20 minutes, 21 minutes, 24 minutes, around that time. But in that time, it's been intense, right? So we get our first cutscene. This will show you the new area. It'll show you that's the big place that we're going to head up to, and it's pretty much just showing you where you're supposed to go. It's quite like it got a graveyardy type feel to it, a bit dark. So I didn't realise that was water. So I tried to go over it, but my horse isn't having it. So I decided, let's just get off and swim like a man, because obviously I'll be doing a lot worse than swimming in a minute. So it takes me about 30 seconds to get over here, and the rest about 15 minutes to actually kill the boss. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was pretty annoying, alright. It is, because he's so big. Once you get right high onto the top of him, let's just say if you fall off, you're not going to be too happy, are you? Let's just say that. Alright. So I'm nearly there. I'm just heading up these nice little setup route for me. Nice little ridge up here. It'll lead me onto this big arena type place, which is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool actually. It's a nice arena. The other 2 Colossus before me, I have to do a bit of parkour down here. But the weird thing is, on this game you have to click X to jump, but while you're jumping you hold R1 down to grab, just to let you know. So you have to keep hold of R1. So I'm going to jump now. You don't just automatically jump onto the ledge, you have to press R1 to actually grab onto the ledge, which might quite annoy you, because you might forget to press it and you might fall straight into the water again and have to do it all again. But that's just the way the game wants to play it. My guy decides to be a retard and not get up. So this is going to be the video cutscene for our boss. You can judge me on how tall he is, but He's pretty tall. Let's just say that. Alright, you can watch this, guys. Alright guys, that is the beast himself, the Big Daddy, as I like to call him. Just to save some time, I watched one video to show me how I can get onto him, and you'll see that I just have to lure him. There's like a metal plate on the floor. Just shoot some arrows at him for fun, take the piss out of him, all that. Because he's pretty damn big. Right, there should be a metal plate over there, as you can see it over there. What I have to do is I have to lure him far away and stand on the metal plate, and when he actually comes over and tries to hit me like that, I dive out the way, and once he hits the metal plate, he'll break a bit of his armour off, and that gives me a chance to climb onto him, because I can't climb onto him like that, because he's got a bit of armour in the way. I can't climb over the top of it, so I'm going to fire some arrows at him to get his attention. What I'm doing now is luring him away from the metal plate, because if he stood right near the metal plate, he's not going to be able to hit the metal plate, is he? So it's a bit of logic there. So I think I've got him far enough away, so I'm legging it down to the metal plate now. So what I have to do is just stand here and wait for him to turn around. Oh, he's so big. He has actually a giant. He's a Big Daddy. Alright, he should be swinging his little fist around. He's gonna... I think... he's swinging a minute. Yeah, he's gonna swing now. So if we jump out the way... if I time it right now... no, I didn't time it right. You gotta time it right, otherwise he'll move his arm in the air. So I jumped too early then. So he had time to move his arm. You want to just do it just correctly. So you don't want to get hit by it, otherwise it'll kill you straight away, because he's freaking nice. You've seen how big he is, right? So if I jump now, easy, and he's hit the metal plate, and you can see his arm is cracked off there. Gives me a bit of his hair so I can climb up on. So all I need to do now is get his attention to hit me again, which he's already doing, which is good. So if I jump, and perfect, climb up like that. The music is really good as well. It's a good soundtrack. If I keep my balance, oh my god, that was sick, right? Oh, it's just amazing the way I've just got onto his arm like that. Alright, close call that. You see, he jumped and I grabbed on. So I'm like rapidly holding R1 at the moment. If you let go of R1, you're gonna fly off. Not that flying off he actually does much damage when you fall off, but just like it's a pain getting back on and climbing all the way back up again. But if you're an idiot like that, you got to deal with it. So what I'm gonna go. You see the little pink gauge at the bottom right-hand corner of my screen? That is my stamina bar. And all you wise kids thinking I could have just held on all the way through. No, because as he's rapidly swinging his arm about, swinging his head about, I actually have to monitor the pink little circle, and if that gets too small, I'm going to fall off because I'm going to run out of stamina. So as soon as that gets low, I need to get off what I'm doing and just stand up, and it'll refill. It's best to do it on ledges, because if you actually kneel down without grabbing onto anything, it goes up faster. So if I run up his back now and grab onto his head, so we're at the top already, guys, with the big guy. He doesn't like me being at the top of his head. Also, you notice the little tattoo type symbol sort of things. This is where I want to stab my sword, so I'm going to stab my sword into his head, which you just seen there. Blood does actually spurt out of his head, which is pretty awesome. So watching my stamina, which I don't do. I need to get off just right about now. I need to jump off, but do I? No. He swings his head about. It goes down. And I'm out of there. Look at that. I can't believe how annoyed I was when I did that. I'm actually recording the voice after I've done this just because it was easier because I'm on my desktop. I record it on my laptop because my Xbox is not, well, my PS3 is not close enough. Neither is my Xbox because I've got my TV at the side of my room. Can't reach with the connector cable. So I've fallen off his head. You can imagine how annoyed I am. Didn't even take that much health off him. So that's just the stamina gauge for you. Give you a little example by falling right off that massive guy's head. You can see how big he is as well. Get right to the top of him again. So I'm going to fire some arrows back at him, get his attention. I'm going to exactly like rinse and repeat, as you'd say. Pretty much just going to run up to the metal plate again. Well, not the metal plate, I can just run away from him, wait for him to hit this time. As soon as he hits, I can climb straight back up his arm and get up back onto his head. On most of the Colossus, some of them have 3, most of them have 2, is these, you know, the little symbols on their head. Some of the Colossus have 3, so, and some of them have 2, like I just said, but as soon as you get his health halfway down, the symbol will disappear and you'll have to find another part on his body where there'll be another symbol to go find, and once there's another symbol to find, go down, stab him a couple more times in there, and that is the battle. But the main battle is trying to get onto him and staying on him. It's one of the main parts of the battle, but it is such an epic game. I think the bosses span across horses, big giant horses, to massive giant bears. As you can see, I just got laid out by that. I'm surprised I'm not even dead. Shockwaves must have rippled the ground. So the range, I've just defeated a bear. Actually, they're all massive. Apart from, I think one is like a spider type thing. Right, so I'm back on his arm now. Let's try not to mess this up. As you can see, I nearly fell off there. It's not the best thing to be on. His little weapon. You just put. I suppose you're supposed to look at that. Nearly fell off there. You're like raging on R1 to try and not to fall off, but if you do fall off, it's not the end of the world. You just go watch your health, make sure you don't get hit by him a couple of times, because then you'd die straight away, because his thing's massive, hitting you in the face, it's going to blow you up in it. It's going to blow up in some millions of pieces. Alright, so let's try not to mess this up. Oh, you frigging retard. Oh my god. Facepalm. That's not what you want to do, guys. That's a prime example of not what to do. He's get too overconfident and go right for his back. Hold your ground, grab onto something while he's moving his arm. Try not to mess the opportunity up. As you can see, I just went flying straight over the side of his arm, right into the floor. But don't worry, guys. As you can see, there's about another 10 minutes. So as you can guess, I'm going to eventually do something and hopefully kill the boss. So obviously I'm doing exactly the same thing because I've just fallen off again like a freaking retard. Right, as you can see, I'm going to climb back onto his arm again, so that wasn't too hard. It doesn't take very long once you know what you're doing. But again, I've fallen off. At this point, you do get frustrated, because, you know, you're running low on health, you keep falling off, but, you know, you think, no, I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to pretend, so, no. Until you get hit right at that. Look at my health. Now you're starting to think, oh, I'm recording a YouTube video, I don't want to die. So now you're going to, like, try hard mode. From now on, you'll see me try my hardest, because I don't want to make a video and fail. So little bitch hits nowhere near me, so I can easily just run onto it. Right, so we're going try hard mode this time. We're not falling off again, don't worry. Grab onto his arm. Nearly fell off there actually, which was quite weird, so I can jump back onto his arm. Right. So, and we're not going to jump right off the other side of his arm. This time? No. We're going to do it. We're going to go straight to his head. We're going to do it. The epic music does help pump you up for the battles as well. As the soundtrack is awesome. I find myself singing along to it sometimes, you know, when I'm playing boss battle. And I've been playing it for about 20 minutes. You do start to sing along because you've heard it so many times. It's quite funny. It doesn't seem to get annoying because you're busy battling the boss. All the soundtrack's different, don't worry. It's a different one for every battle. So I give myself a little strategy type thing here. So every time I stab him in the head, I'm running low on stamina. I'm not going to stand there and wait for him to shake me off. I'm going to run back onto his back and hold it out there for a minute, because he doesn't move his back as much as his head. He doesn't shake his head about as much. Right, so as soon as as you can see, my little pink thing's running low on stamina, I can just jump back onto his back and get my stamina back. There's also other things you can do. I was watching some other guy's video on these, and he said that you can go like that. I've just done my little trick there, jump back onto his back. You can go and hunt out peaches in these trees, and they actually increase your stamina. And if you get, I think it's flies or spiders, I'm not sure, on the floor. So I'm not sure what they are, but and these little they get your health up, so you can upgrade your maximum like stamina and health, but they're just quite hard to find, the little peach trees or whatever. But you will need better stamina as the other bosses come on, because you've got like flying bosses to do, you've got underwater snakes, you've got so many awesome bosses to do. I don't know whether to continue. You want to comment on that? Just stick a little comment, ask me to do some more. I just wanted to do this video because he's one of the biggest bosses. I thought he was awesome to defeat, to play, to see if I can defeat him. As you can see, I did a little sneaky trick there. I went right down the side of him, right down front of him. I shouldn't have really tried it like that, but I nearly fell off. But I was running low on stamina, and I thought I was going to fall off then, but obviously not. So I've got my stamina back. We're going to rinse and repeat. Get your fairy liquid out. We're going to rinse and repeat. Stab him in his head until his little symbol on his head disappears, and then I start to think, where do I go next? It does get quite annoying because he does shake his head around, and then you can't actually stab him. And if he shakes his head around quite a lot, it does get quite frustrating because you're losing stamina, but you're not getting anywhere because you're not stabbing him. So depends how big they are, because if they're massive, then they're gonna do harder shakes, but they're not gonna do it as often. But if they're quite small, then they're gonna do it. It depends what depends what type of animal are they. It's quite easy when you're facing like one on all fours, because you can just run right up its back and grab hold. But it's not as easy when you're facing like a human type one like this, because you have to climb up its back. Not like you can't run across it, because it's not on all fours, is it? But we're nearly getting there, and I realised that his head tattoo's gone. Head tattoo symbol, what do you want to call it? So I'm thinking, there's only one other place it could be. It's not going to be on his arms. And then I see a little ledge down there. I'm thinking, can I drop from here? Let's stop. Let's wait for him to stop shaking, and let's drop. So I can drop onto this little ledge below him on his like lower region. And so I do that quite sneakily, quite easy as well. So you can see the glowing thing. I'm like, oh yes, I found the right place. So I found it. I can stab him again, get his health down, and I'm thinking, oh, we're nearly there now. Good stuff. Right. Which is good, because you want to be nearly there. I mean, it's been running on for about 18 minutes now, so you just want it to be there. You want it to finish. So I'm standing around here getting my stamina up, which is alright, which is quite good because there's a ledge here, but you want to make sure you don't fall off like that. I actually thought I was going to fall off, then I like bricked myself. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not falling off. So spamming on R1, get it back up, jump back up. I think it gets my health down if it's the longer you hold it, or the more accurate spot you get it in. So if I got it right in the middle, I'd get the most health off him. If I did it outside the middle, I won't get as much. I think it goes like that. It's quite cool. The HD remake is really good graphics. You want to go get that. I got that for £13 in the UK. I don't know. That's probably like $19.99. I'm pretty sure, something like that. But it's really worth it. It's a really good game. There's no what surprises me is that there's no other people to fight. It's just bosses. It's awesome. This is going to be our last strike, guys. Just want to get it over and done with, and it does a nice little slow-mo as soon as I can get the last shot without getting swung off. See, once they're going to triad mode as soon as you try and get the last hit. Here you go, triad. So I'm low on stamina. I have to jump back down. I'm going to jump back down, but I need to kill it because I've got one more hit to kill it. But this guy does not want to give up, does he? So I have to drop. I'm like, nah, I can't do this, man. Because if he does fling you straight off and he's got that much health, you're going to be annoyed. Just like I was when I flung myself off when I was right on his head. But I'm going to end it right now, guys. I'm going to finish him off. The last blow right to the back. And it is done. Slow motion ending. You can see the big man fall to his death. If you get a feeling of satisfaction there, like, just earned a massive guy big as a skyscraper there, guys. So what were you up to yesterday? Well, I was killing some kids on COD. Oh, what was you doing? I killed a massive 2-foot skyscraper man. Little name, Shadow of Colossus, yeah. Wow, mate, that sounds pretty awesome. It was, mate. Don't worry. So them little technical things teleports you back to the start. It'll ask me to save, and I got a nice little trophy for doing it, which is always nice. It'll ask me to save. So we did defeat it, guys. We did it. I did it. It took me 21 minutes, but it was worth it. I did it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more. You can comment on that, but I'd love to see you guys watching my next videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.